धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Today, we have an apparel and lifestyle brand called Toscee. Toscee is a homegrown, family-run apparel and lifestyle brand started back in 2017. This brand is crafting unique, limited edition garments, accessories, and perfumes that exude elegance. Every piece reflects timeless style, ensuring sophistication in every detail. This brand is now offering franchise opportunity across India. To talk more about the brand and the business opportunity, today I'm joined with Gaurav Arora, is the Vice President, Frank Work. And I'm also with Dhruv Jain. Dhruv Jain is among the founder of this particular brand, but he's taking care of the sales and the marketing for this brand. Before we talk more about the brand and the business opportunity, I would like to inform, in fact, all the attendees that you all have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business model. I would request you to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. Now, I would request Gaurav Arora to take the lead and set the context of this webinar, and then we'll move on to further brand presentation. Yeah, over to you, Gaurav.
Hi, thank you so much, Bharat. Thank you so much, Franchise India, for setting up this context today. We're very proud to present the brand Toscee, which is basically a fashion and a retail brand which has a pedigree of over 40 years into export business. And Mr. Sharad Jain, who is the proud founder of this brand, comes with a lot of knowledge and insight about what creation is all about. So my friends, whenever we discuss about any opportunity, whenever we discuss about any franchise business, whenever we discuss about any collaboration, whenever we discuss about any business, there are certain factors which are very important while you choose to do a business well. Because choosing a right business means choosing a right partner, choosing a right person, choosing a right market, choosing a right target audience, choosing a right product, choosing a right service, right? So there are a lot of critical factors which play a very, very important role. And at Franchise India, we are basically experts in helping you to select the right brand, to select the right opportunity according to the investment you come with, the aim, the aspiration, or maybe the product or service you want to choose, or the short-term goal or long-term goal that you have, and how your goals are aligned with the brand goals. So, my friends, before I start talking about Toscee as an opportunity, Toscee as a franchise business today that we are offering you amid this business opportunity over chai, I would like to run you through some important points that you should keep in your mind and ask yourself and ask Franchise India experts to reach to a conclusion before you get into a deal making. So first and foremost, whenever you are choosing a right business, choose the person behind the business, choose the vision behind the business, choose the market behind the business, choose the product behind the business, and choose basically the overall opportunity that you see as a 3S theory, that what kind of sales, what kind of sustainability and scalability that you see in that business. Because unless there is no size in that business, in that market, or with that product, there is no point that you get into that business. So strategically, how well you are aligned and how well the brand is aligned with the scalability and the sizable opportunity. So measure this opportunity, measure this size always vis-a-vis the different opportunity that is coming to you. So look at that assessment, do that evaluation at your end, and then basically do a tick mark against the strategic fitment of business, brand, people, product, price, market, and so on and so forth. The second more important part, while you are done with the strategic assessment about all these factors, understand that how well you are operationally fit and how well the brand is operationally fit to do that business. Because whether you choose to do work with the Tatas and the Ambanis of the world, I'm not naming, but I'm just quoting it for a reference, or even for that matter, you want to work with Zaras of the world. But provided you are not fit to do operationally that business, you are not understood that business, you are not learned that business, or you do not come with that mindset that you want to sit on a retail counter because you believe that you are more of an extrovert person and you want to go out something and you want to push sale rather than a pull sale, it's not a right business for you, because this business needs a lot of patience, but yes, a lot of creativity, a lot of innovation in terms of how you can reach up to your customer who is coming to buy. So instead of push, you have to create an aspiration which will drive into pull. And similarly, you have to see that how much efficiency you are bringing day on day basis to make that business working in your favor, make that shelf that you're using in your store repeating, right? Replacement happening, replenishment happening. और अगर वो नहीं होगा ना, तो ऑपरेशनली वो बिजनेस आपके लिए सूटेबल नहीं होगा, आप उसमें हमेशा लॉस में रहोगे, क्योंकि शेल्फ पे कपड़ा पड़ा हुआ है, प्रोडक्ट इज लाइंग देयर, तो आप कभी भी उसकी एफिशिएंसी जो है ना वो मटेरियलाइज नहीं कर पाओगे, लेवरेज नहीं कर पाओगे. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और ऑपरेशनली दूसरा आपको ये भी देखना है कि ब्रांड आपको कितने कम लीड टाइम में, फ्रॉम द टाइम यू आर प्लेसिंग द ऑर्डर एंड द डिलीवरी हैपनिंग टू यू, आप कितना जल्दी ब्रांड से ही वो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो डिलीवरी. क्योंकि अगर आपके अपने कस्टमर को आप सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर रहे हो, प्रोडक्ट की शॉर्टफॉल है, स्टोर खाली पड़ा हुआ है, डिस्पाइट यू आर डूइंग अ गुड सेल, बट इफ ब्रांड इज नॉट गिविंग यू दैट सपोर्ट ऑपरेशनली, तो भी वो बिजनेस कोलैप्स होने के चांसेस होते हैं, क्योंकि शेल्फ आपकी खाली हो गई. तो एक तरफ है कि शेल्फ अंडर यूटिलाइज्ड है और एक तरफ है शेल्फ ओवर यूटिलाइज्ड है. दोनों ही आपके लिए रिस्की सिचुएशंस है और ये अलार्मिंग है. तो जब आप बिजनेस चूज करते हो तो ऑपरेशनली आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि कितना आप और आपकी कंपनी, आपका ब्रांड, आपका बिजनेस, आपका जो टीम है बिहाइंड द ब्रांड, वो ऑपरेशनली अलाइंड है एक दूसरे से. सो ऑपरेशनली फिटमेंट इज द सेकंड मोस्ट क्रिटिकल फैक्टर. देन कम्स द थर्ड, किस टारगेट ऑडियंस को आप बेसिकली वो प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस जो है ना वो देना चाहते हो. हु इज योर टारगेट ऑडियंस, हु इज योर ग्रुप whom you want to service, whom you want to sell your product. Do you see that kind of a scope in that market where you are setting up this business? आपकी अपनी शॉप है या आप रेंट पे ले रहे हो, तो आपको ये केयरफुली ऑब्जर्व करना पड़ेगा कि वहां पे कंपटीशन क्या है, वहां पे किस तरीके का पेइंग कैपेसिटी है, किस तरीके का पर कैपिटा इनकम है, क्या टेस्ट है लोगों का, बाइंग बिहेवियर क्या है, बाइंग पैटर्न क्या है, कंपटीशन किस तरीके का प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा है. तो ब्रांड अपने एंड से ये सारी मार्केट डिलीजेंस करेगा, बट आपको भी उतना ही जरूरी है, क्योंकि अगर ब्रांड कर रहा है और आप नहीं कर रहे हो तो आप और ब्रांड आपस में ना अलाइंड ही नहीं हो, और आप अपने टारगेट ऑडियंस को फिर कैसे सर्विस करोगे, बिकॉज ब्रांड पर्सनली इज नॉट अवेलेबल टू सर्विस योर टारगेट ऑडियंस. यू आर देयर, योर टीम इज देयर. So like a brand is doing their own diligence, you have to also understand the kind of scope that you see in that market with the people and the product that you are taking to them. और उसका प्राइस मैट्रिक्स देखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि वो प्राइस बैंड सेट हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है. उसके अलावा कोई भी आपको ट्रेड लाइसेंस चाहिए, आपको किसी भी तरीके का प्रोडक्ट का लाइसेंस चाहिए, या आपको कोई ब्रांड लाइसेंस चाहिए, या आपको कोई भी ऐसा लीगल एस्पेक्ट से समझना है बिजनेस को, तो वो भी आपको पहले ही समझना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हर मार्केट के अपने कुछ लीगल फॉर्मेलिटीज होती हैं, मोडालिटीज होती हैं जो आपको फुलफिल करनी पड़ेंगी. फूड बिजनेस में फायर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, रिटेल बिजनेस में ट्रेड लाइसेंस, जीएसटी सर्टिफिकेशन इंपॉर्टेंट है. जीएसटी तो एनीवेज आपको सब में चाहिए, बट you need this checkbox before you are choosing that property. And then if you are going it on rent, आपको ये देखना है कि आने वाले 2 साल, 3 साल, 5 साल में जब रेंट इन्फ्लेशन हो रहा है 5% से 10% या 15%, जो भी मार्केट की वहां पे सेंटिमेंट्स हैं, आपको देखना है कि वो कितना अलाइंड है आपके बिजनेस की ग्रोथ से. बिजनेस तो ग्रो कर रहा है लेकिन उतने स्केल से नहीं कर रहा है जिस स्केल से रेंट कर रहा है, या आपकी बाकी इन्फ्लेशन आपको हिट कर रही है, सैलरीज है, मेंटेनेंस है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल है, मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट है, रेंटल्स है. अगर वो जो ग्रोथ है वो आपके सेल्स ग्रोथ से मीट नहीं करती है, तो कहीं ना कहीं प्रोडक्ट जो है ना, या ब्रांड जो है बिजनेस आपका, वो कोलैप्स करेगा, या वो आपको जगह बदलनी पड़ेगी. एंड देन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम ग्राउंड जीरो व्हेन यू चूज टू डू अ न्यू साइट. तो मार्केट फिटमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये तीसरा बहुत क्रिटिकल फैक्टर है. और चौथा फैक्टर है फाइनेंशियल फिटमेंट, कि आप कौन सा बिजनेस चूज कर रहे हो उसमें आपका कितना पैसा जा रहा है, उसमें सेल्फ फंडिंग और डेट फंडिंग में क्या आपका बेसिकली रेशियो है, और ओवरऑल आपके बिजनेस की ऑपरेशनल कॉस्ट, प्रोडक्ट कॉस्ट, सर्विस कॉस्ट में जो है वो आपको कम से कम 30%, 25% बच रहा है या नहीं बच रहा है। क्योंकि अगर 25% आप नहीं बचा रहे हो कोई भी बिजनेस में, एनी बिजनेस इन द कंट्री, आप लेके चलो, आपका अगर आपका आरओआई नहीं है तो आप, आरओआई आई वुड से रॉन्ग, बट आपका प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स नहीं है तो वो आपका गलत बिजनेस है, राइट? सो पीबीटी हैज टू बी 25% और मोर, इट कैन नॉट बी लेस देन 25%। सेकेंडली, आरओआई आपको बिजनेस का अगर कैपिटल के सामने 30-40% का नहीं आ रहा है तो भी वो बिजनेस आपके लिए स्ट्रेस देगा। आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि आरओआई आपको 30-40% का मिले। 10 लाख लगा के अगर 3-4 लाख का कैपिटल गेन नहीं कर रहे हो तो फायदा नहीं है। और तीसरा है कि आपका पे बैक क्या है। अगर 18 महीने 15 महीने का पे बैक है, अप टू 2 years का पे बैक है, तो वो बिजनेस आपके लिए बहुत अच्छा है। फिर हम नेगोशिएट कर सकते हैं कि हमें ब्रांड के साथ एग्रीमेंट 5 साल चाहिए, 6 साल चाहिए, 9 साल चाहिए, रिन्यूअल के क्या टर्म्स है, तो वो हमारे ऑपरेशनल मोडालिटीज में आते हैं। बट फाइनेंशियल फिटमेंट फ्रॉम अ प्रोडक्ट साइड, बिजनेस साइड, मार्केट साइड, हर चीज का बहुत जरूरी है। और डिवाइड करो अपने रिस्क को। 50 लाख का बिजनेस खोलने जा रहे हो तो 30 लाख रुपए कैपिटल इन्वेस्ट करो, 20 लाख रुपए अपने कॉन्टीजेंसी फंड में रखो, बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ यू प्लान योर फाइनेंस वेल, एंड देन द इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ योर बिजनेस वर्क इन योर फेवर। अदरवाइज डेट लेके बिजनेस करोगे तो इशू क्या है कि पहले डेटर के लिए कमाओगे, फिर उसके बाद अपने लिए कमाओगे, या प्रॉपर्टी अगर रेंट पे है तो फिर प्रॉपर्टी ओनर के लिए भी कमाओगे। तो ये बहुत क्रिटिकल है फैक्टर्स। तो जब आप फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के थ्रू कोई भी बिजनेस बाइंग करते हो, ये सारे बहुत क्रिटिकल एस्पेक्ट्स हैं जो हम आपको हेल्प करते हैं टू असेस राइट, एंड देन वी हेल्प यू टू बाय द राइट बिजनेस, राइट brand, right opportunity. So today we have Toscee as a brand, and we have Mr. Dhruv from the brand side, who is going to be talking about what is the a blend of all these assessments that he's bringing on table for you, and we request you to please lend your ears and your eyes to us, and give us at least for next 20-25 minutes complete attention to learn, listen, view, and absorb as much as possible. And should you have any questions, as Bharat said, use the Q&A box on your screen to post your questions. Even for that matter, if you want to be as precise as possible, talk that how soon you want to buy business, where do you want to set up that business, and then third, how much finance you have ready, because हमारे पास 25-30 लाख रुपए का भी मॉडल है, हमारे पास 50 लाख का भी मॉडल है. So we are here to service you in all the possible aspects with all your financial arrangements that you have and the aspirations that you have. और सबसे आज तक का जो मेरा है पिछले 1 साल का अगर मैं बात करूं, सबसे सस्ता रिटेल का ब्रांड है अभी तक अपॉर्चुनिटी टर्म्स में, नॉट इन टर्म्स ऑफ साइज, इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, क्योंकि 25 लाख में कहीं पे नहीं होता. और ये ब्यूटी क्यों है आज इनकी? बिकॉज दे हैव देयर प्रेजेंस इन 13 डोमेस्टिक एंड इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट्स विद इन कंट्री. और ये जो है ये तभी है क्योंकि ब्रांड का जो टेस्ट है, या जो इनकी वाइब्रेंसी है, या जो इनकी लेगेसी है, पेडिग्री है, ओवरऑल ब्रांड का जो एक एथोस है, वो आज इनको एयरपोर्ट पे इनकी जो प्रेजेंस है उसको मेंटेन करने में इनको हेल्प कर रहा है. और ब्रांड आज ऐसा नहीं है कि नया ब्रांड है, इट्स नॉट अ यंग ब्रांड, बट येस इट्स अ यंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ द ओवरऑल presence across the nation, but not in terms of the experience and creativity and the overall the product portfolio. So I request Dhruv to take up the podium and give us whatever best insight he can to all our audience who have joined from different parts of the country, and they gain something out of this time and energy that they are investing with Franchise India. So thank you so much once again, all my dear viewers who have joined today, and thank you so much Franchise India for setting up this platform for all of us to learn from each other. Dhruv, please take over from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. I think the points which you made towards franchising and towards the shelf life, especially in fashion, are extremely critical because in fashion is always changing. So if you've overstocked yourself or if you've understocked yourself, you're always going to be in a predicament about it. And choosing the right brand and having the right support is extremely important, with in these times data being at the core of it. I would like to start by introducing my brand Toscee. Toscee means to see the uniqueness of the product that we deliver. The whole key insight in our USP, which we try to play on, is impulse, is vibrancy, and the fact that you would never leave our store with a product and come back and see the same product the next time. Or the chances of a lady buying a product and bumping into somebody wearing the same design is extremely rare. So it's a limited edition product, it's unique to you, and it's something which you can possess rather than own. The company Orchid, which owns Toshe, was started in the year 2000. It was started by my parents, Aarti and Sharat. And these are the key points on which we built the company and on which we've built the brand. We are focusing on high quality fabrics. We're focusing on great quality control and on designs. I would request you to go ahead, Bharat. We have our own manufacturing unit, which is based in Noida. We are able to control the complete design process. We are able to control the complete quality process as it's a small integrated unit. We are designing the product, we are weaving the fabric, we are packing the products, and we are doing the logistics of the product. Hence, we are able to completely control which product has to reach where and at what time. The vision and the mission of the brand was incorporated on the lines of the company. The company's vision being to create vibrancy and to provide color to all markets, be the international markets or the domestic market with Toshe. If I have to speak in terms of our leadership, as I mentioned, the company originally was started by my parents, Aarti Jain and Sharat Jain. In this state today, once we have started the brand, we are equally involved with all of us looking into separate segments of the company and of the brand. My mother, Aarti, looking into the design and handling the design team. My father, Sharat, looking into back-end operations and into the financial management of the company. And me, myself, Dhruv, looking into the front end of business development, how to sell, where to sell, and how to market the brand ahead and to get it to as many people. If I have to speak in terms of our presence, uh, Bharat, I would just request you to go down to the stores list. We currently have approximately 12 stores, with 10 of those being at airports and 2 being at malls. We have created a niche and a different line for the airports and for the malls, with the factor of impulse really being something which sells more at the airports. We work on our colors and we work on our ready to wear at the airports. Wherein, when we come into the malls, we have introduced a new concept of customization, along with our key principle of uniqueness, which we focus on. There are customers who come into our malls, they see our range of semi stitched products, both for men and women. They can come in, they can give their measurements to the in house tailor, which we have, and they can get a product to themselves within 3 to 7 days, completely free and customized to their liking. Going ahead, we maintain that data of that customer, and we are able to offer that customer the ease of being at home and still having a completely customized piece with them, which fits them perfectly. As you see, this is my store at Mumbai Airport. Uh, the whole idea again being that you can see color, you can see vibrancy, and you are welcome into the store to buy that vibrancy and to buy that color. You can also see a store of ours at a mall, showing a wider range, showing the customized pieces on the mannequin right there, and showing the ability of the brand to scale and to be able to fit into a store anywhere from my smallest store being in Guwahati Airport at 7 square meter to my biggest store being at Market City Kurla at 500 square foot. The ability of the brand to fit into island stores, into kiosk formats, or into full size locations as well. If I speak about the product mix, as I had mentioned, we have a different range of tops, shirts, tunics, semi-stitched suits. We have our own perfumes. The whole factor which we focus on is the customer and his comfort. We work on the silhouettes. We work on approximately 10 to 15 silhouettes. and we rotate the designs which are being made on those silhouettes. What this does for our customers is that it provides them with comfort in a particular silhouette with the option of freshness in that same comfort on a monthly basis. So if one of our customers likes a particular shirt of ours, they can be confident in the sizing that this shirt, the print is different, the look is different, but the comfort and the fit of this shirt will stay the same. Hence, we are able to create customer loyalty and we're able to cater to the same customers again and again. These are the shirts. And if you scroll down, these are the semi-stitched suits and the Indian wear, which is being pushed through the malls through our customization, along with small accessories, which we push in terms of perfumes and in terms of jewelry, earrings, bracelets, all anti-tarnish, high-quality jewelry. As mentioned before, the whole USP which the company is working on is to provide a limited edition feel to the customer, to feel like the customer possesses one of our products rather than owning the product. They feel happy and they feel like this is something which is only with them and not with the masses. It is not fast fashion that you will go outside and it'll be with every second person which you see. We are, we are heavily design focused. We are looking to provide short term batches and to provide freshness to the customer and to our stores on a monthly basis. The reason why we can do this is because we have our own design team and we are extremely data driven. We ensure that no product is on the shelf more than 60 days, and the inventories are maintained at such a level that once you approach that 60 days of any product, there is already another product or another design ready to be sent to you until and unless the product is extremely high selling, wherein we would maybe maintain it for 90 days. Each product is maintained not for more than 60 days, and there is always constant freshness in your store.
So how frequently you introduce your product, like weekly or maybe monthly, or like
So
2 months?
we provide designs on a weekly basis, but we maintain the product for not more than 60 days. You might be receiving new products to your store on a weekly basis, but that will only be kept in stock for those 60 days. Once that 60 days is over, at that point, because of the way the inventory is managed, you will never have more than 4 or 5 pieces of that product remaining in your store, at which point those can be discounted and those can be removed. I would request you to go down to the industry landscape, Bharat. If I speak about the industry landscape of garments, it is an extremely tricky space between the whole retail sector. And the reason for that is that there is somebody looking to sell a top or a shirt starting from 200 rupees all the way to 2 lakh rupees. There is a customer and there is a product offering at every price. The reason why we are able to find a niche between this at an average product value for a garment between 1500 and 2500 rupees is because we are able to provide that impulse in our airports to the customer. We are able to provide that vibrancy. We are able to provide comfort to our customers that once you have liked a shape, you will always find different designs and freshness in those. And now in our malls and our high street locations, with the ability for customization, the customer is confident that they are getting a product which is exact to their fit, and that product is going to be with nobody else. And that is the reason why we are able to find our space in such a vast and complicated industry. I would request you to go down, Bharat. I would request you to go down towards the request for franchisees and where we are looking to expand. If I have to come to the type of franchisees we are looking for in a franchisee owned, franchisee operated model, It is somebody who has a similar mindset, who is willing to learn and understand the data which we are providing. Uh, People who are willing to give their inputs and are aware of the dynamics and the consumer demands of the local area, as the product is being highly customized and highly different for each region. Inputs from the local region is something which would really enhance the sale and enhance the franchisees' involvement in the business as well. If I have to now speak about the models and speak about the opportunities which we are giving, Bharat, yeah, we can speak about where we are looking to roll out. When we speak about franchisee owned and franchisee operated, we are looking primarily initially at the north and central India zone. The reason for that is that being from Delhi, we are able to control and provide maximum support to these areas with our managers being on visiting rounds, us having of how the taste of these areas functions, and us being able to cater much better to these areas, being Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. Yes, we do have operational ability in the rest of the country as well, with us having stores all the way from Cochin to Srinagar to Guwahati. We do have operational ability, but yes, we are able to cater much better to these markets. If I'm now to speak about the financial models which we offer, uh, Gaurav, Bharat, I would request you to open the other PPT.
Okay. Meanwhile, I would request everyone to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box, right? We'll just trying to pull up the financial model. Hold on. Yep.
Thank you. I would first speak about the opportunities which we call franchise invested, company operated, wherein the franchisee is simply an investor into an opportunity which we are providing forward. We have divided this into two models, into an airport model and into malls and high street. The reason for this is that the cost of setting up an airport is lesser than that setting up of a mall or high street, as the compliances in malls and high streets are much higher. The airport stores are smaller, with an average airport store not being more than 100 to 200 square foot, wherein a mall or a high street store is averagely between 500 to 700 square foot. Thus, the furniture and fixture cost also being higher. But due to the traffic at the malls, at the airport, sorry, and the profile of the customer traveling through the airports, you can expect a similar sale from a 100 to 150 square foot airport store that you can expect of a 500 to 700 square foot store of a mall or a high street location. The requirement of funds at an airport are 25 lakh rupees, with this being divided between the capex, which is the furniture and fixture, the security deposit which has to be paid to the airport or to the landlord of that location, and the inventory, the first time inventory which is going into the location. This amount of 25 lakh rupees is refunded at the end of the tenure, which is usually 5 years. There is a franchisee fee involved for the efforts of all everybody involved in the middle. The return which is given on this is set as an MMG of 15%. This is the minimum guarantee which you would be receiving, approximately being 40,000 rupees, or a rev share percentage of 4%. The reason for this being at 4%, as mentioned before, is that in comparison to other brands and other opportunities in the market, uh, the investment is much lower and the sale from such a store is much higher. You can expect a sale of 10 lakh rupees from an airport store of 100 to 150 square foot, depending on the airport, wherein expect a sale of 8 lakh and expect a higher revenue share. Thus, this model is the airports due to the potential of that location. When we speak about our FICO model, the involvement of the franchisee is completely dependent on how involved they want to be. We are handling the operations, we are paying the rent, the electricity, the everything, we are doing the licensing. The investor is simply investing his money. He has a sales dashboard. He can have camera access to the store and he can have access to the bank statement of the location if he likes to. If he is only wanting to be as involved as receiving a certificate and getting his returns on a monthly basis, he is welcome to do so. If he is wanting to be involved and providing his feedback that this is how we can improve the sale of this location, we as a brand do welcome that as well. Yeah, this is the airport. As mentioned below, the costs are borne by the company. Everything is managed by the company. All licensing, everything is done by the company. The franchisee is simply investing his money. He is receiving his return the next month with an MMG minimum guarantee of 15%, a rev share of 4%, whichever is higher for that month, is paid to the franchisee in the next month. I would request you to go down to the model for the malls. As mentioned above, with the airport investment being at 25 lakh rupees, an investment into the malls is at 35 lakh. And the reason for that is very simple. It's twofold. The compliances in a mall to do with HVAC, fire, licensing, etc., are much higher than an airport. The space in a mall is also 3 to 4 fold, wherein an airport can be set up in 100 to 150 square foot. A mall would location would be between 500 to 700 square feet. The revenue share here of being offered is higher. The revenue share being offered is 6%. But at that investment of a mall of 500 square foot, the sale you can expect, basis our current trends and the malls which we are approaching, the sale you can expect is around 8 to 10 lakh rupees depending on the season. Again, the 35 lakh rupees which is invested by you for a tenure usually of 5 years is refunded back to you at the end of the tenure. Here as well, you can expect a return, minimum guarantee return of around 50,000 rupees a month. As in the airport model, all costs are borne by the company, and the franchisee is welcome to be as involved as he would like to be. He can be involved to simply take a return, or he can be involved into providing his insights into the business as well. I would request you to go down to the 4-4 model. Coming to the 4-4 model, which is currently being offered as per the rollout plan we had seen earlier. This is a very simple model where it's a franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model. The company is providing stocks and its support in terms of marketing, merchandising, in terms of the store manager being provided by the company, the staff training being provided by the company, the graphics, etc., being provided by the company, and a certain amount of discount support as well being provided by the company basis the aging of the stocks. The general store here being between 500 to 700 square foot, you can expect this store to be operational within a budget of 20 to 25 lakh rupees, depending on the compliances of the location. You're looking at a capex of 2,000 to 2,200 rupees per square foot, which is borne by the franchisee. The franchisee is welcome to get this done through us or take a design board from us and get it done at his expense as well. The rent, the CAM, and the deposit being borne by the franchisee. Operational costs being borne by the franchisee, except the store manager, which is provided by the company. The franchisee is providing a security deposit to the company to the tune of 1,500 rupees per square foot. This is against stocks which are provided on consignment basis and replenished according to a merchandise plan, which is formed and discussed by the company. The company is providing the marketing. The company is providing the staff uniform. There is an indicative margin of 38% to 42%. The margin initially provided is 38%, but as you can see below, depending on the sale of the store and the purchase in a monthly basis, there can be an incentive provided between 2 to 4%, which would increase your margin. Herein, again, you can expect a payback period of 22 months and an ROI which is higher than 350%. I would request you to go down a little. As you can see the projections, there is a healthy scope of earning for the franchisee with a projection of 8 lakh rupees basis our current malls. The targeted rent being between 1 to 1.5 lakhs. The franchisee can wrap up all his costs except the product between 2.5 lakhs. The product cost being 3.5 lakh rupees, and a potential to earn between a lakh and a half each month on an investment, which is approximately 20 lakh rupees. You're looking to earn between 20 and 25% from the starting.
So this number of bills, I mean, it is like monthly, right?
It is
Average ticket
monthly.
size of,
The number of
okay.
bills is monthly. Average ticket size, once again, we have taken at a for high street at a very nominal amount. Why? Because it would always help the franchisee if he is earning more than earning less. I would rather undersell and overperform than provide something and provide do 50% of it. Coming to the third model in the list, there is a model for I think you have gone up. Yeah, this is the model for shop and shop arrangements, wherein any second tier or third tier store which is keeping multiple brand outlets, we are able to provide them with inventory and with furniture and fixturing to be able to take the brand into their store which is already selling other stores. It is a shop and shop model. This is a model which somebody can invest in and start expecting returns within 7 to 8 lakh rupees. There is a capex cost. Usually these stores are not more than 100 square feet. There is a capex cost of between 80,000 rupees to 1 lakh 20. There is a simple security deposit which is provided, against which there is a merchandise plan and inventory provided to the store. And again, as above, the margin starts at 38%, with the margin increasing up to 42% depending on the purchase quantity on a monthly basis. This model is specifically for anybody who already has a store, already is selling different brands and wants to introduce a new brand which is providing a very comprehensive merchandise plan and design element into their store at a minimal cost. These are the models which we are providing, being FICO for the airports, for the malls, FOFO for high street locations across the country, and a shop and shop model, which is for multi-brand outlets across the country. That's it from my side, Bharat.
Fantastic. You probably have everything, right? From FICO to FOCO. If someone have money, he can go for FICO, right? You just need to invest the money, right? The required amount, and rest of the operational work and every setup and all things will be done by the brand. And in case if you would like to, go into more into operational, if you want to run your own store, then FOFO is the best option, right? So, this brand, and it's quite affordable, right? In case, as Gaurav already said, that the overall investment amount, in case if you would look into the, lifestyle brand, right? It's really, very minimum, right? Very few brands you would find with this less of the investment. So that is the best part of this brand, right? Also, the kind of it is a family run business. You must have seen that everything is been catered by, Dhruv is taking care of, one part of the business. They have their in-house designers, right? Financials and accountings are being taken care by his father. I think all the supports, all the experience, everything you have, within the family, right? So that can be, of course, one of the very, the good reason that you would be getting, excellent support in terms of running the business, right? If even in case if you would like to go for FICO, this brand is already running multiple outlets at multiple airports, right? So they have a proven model. Everything is streamlined. So even if you would go for FICO, your money, I mean, also will give you minimum guarantee of, you said 15%, right, Dhruv?
Yes, minimum
Yeah.
guarantee is set at 15%.
Perfect. So, I mean, in case if you're getting minimum guarantee of 15 minutes, that also makes a lots of sense. Your money will be with the safe hands, right? So that is again, very important, you know, part of this brand and the business model. Anyone would like to, in case if you would like to get in touch with Dhruv for the discussion in detail, you can contact our hotline number 9717683838, or you can also get in touch by writing us on our email ID, which is feedback at franchiseindia.in. I'm just putting this in the chat box. You can note it down from there, and you can contact us. I would also request Mohit if you could just share your number in the chat box in case if anyone would like to get in touch directly
Yeah,
with you
sure, sure.
post this
Yeah, sure.
post the presentation, then they can contact you also. So Mohit is also a key account manager for this brand. He will be helping the brand explore the different markets. So yeah, I mean, very few brands I have seen, which is offering FICO as well as FOFO, right? And at a very minimal, investment. That's the best part. Um, you know, Minimum guarantee is the additional, again, the best part of this brand. So overall, everywhere is, I find, is a win-win situation. In case if you really want to go for it, then my suggestion will be to get in touch either or call our hotline number, or you can contact Mohit directly after this webinar. So I think that's it for the day. Dhruv, thank you so much for being available and sharing the business opportunity for the investors across India. As you must have seen that Dhruv is, or the brand is offering the franchise business opportunity in the northern part of India in phase one. And later on, we will go, the other part of the country. In case if you talk about shop and shop, experience store, then yes, he is open for the all over India, right? Yeah. Dhruv?
Yes, correct, correct.
So that is what you can go in case if you would like to go for it. That is again a very profitable kind of business. So yeah. So before we end this session, any closing remark from your side, Dhruv, for the investors?
I would just first of all like to thank franchise for having this discussion and connecting me with these investors. We are more than happy to collaborate with anybody who has a common mindset, and we look to grow together with people. That's all.
Yeah. All right. Great. Thanks so much, everyone. And thanks so much for joining us. It's been like almost 45 minutes. Thank you so much for staying with us and, understanding the brand and the business opportunity. We are eagerly waiting for your call, and so that we can have a detailed discussion about the brand. Yep. Thank you so much, Dhruv. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Mohit, for supporting me.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
yep, you all are welcome to call Mohit or our hotline number. So that's it for the day. Tomorrow, again, we will come up with a new brand and explore the another business opportunity, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Take care and have a nice day ahead.